Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second and a yard. Manning looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's third and short. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Manning. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Manning to throw 4th on 4th. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get sense, and that's why I decided to go for it there.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. They go play action. Young. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Sacked there by Bruce Smith.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their... On 1st down, Manning. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Manning will try again on 2nd down. That's complete to his running back, Peyton. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And into the end zone. D as they score the touchdown. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken near the 13. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking in the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He's going to take a shot for the end, and it's caught. Touchdown. Philip Dorsett there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. San Francisco coming back out here on offense. See, this is a team that has, in the midst of their first playoff appearance since 2013, biggest jump of any squad because just 4 wins last year, 13 this year, and that win in Seattle, Week 17, so huge. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Steve Young. He's got Gore. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw again on second down, Young. And Matthews makes a ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Well, now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Young completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Throwing, Young. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
60 outlaw. 56. You ain't going nowhere. Understand.
On third down, Peyton. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They'll run on first down. Peyton, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it third down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Now Manning.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Looking to throw again on second down. Manning. That's going to be caught. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Jerry Rice, 41 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. Hey, that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49er off. And set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Back now in Miami. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. He gets it to Matthews, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Steve Young. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, possession switches hands. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Peyton. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Back to throw. Manning. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Steve Young in the offense. Down by 5. 33 seconds to go. They've got to go the full 80 yards, and they've got to do it quick as they come up on first down. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a second down. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They say you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we got a new money, flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist, watch out flash, I never switch.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another ultimate challenge on EA Sports. Taking you the rest of the way, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Brandon.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So the 49ers, they're getting set to go on offense. 1st and 10. First down, Young. This is Coleman with a grab. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw again on 2nd down, Young. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Young from the shotgun. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Sanders. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Manning. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Manning now to throw.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
36 yards on the play. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. Throwing on first down is Manning. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's Randy Moss. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Manning going to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right,
and down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
56, right there.
After the sack on first down, Manning, they set up the screen to Peyton. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on, set. Stick the outlaw. Come on. Get it.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Bravo.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
They do go for it. It's Manning. Here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at my coach. Well, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Well, Charles, as this offense comes out here, let's talk about the AFC Championship game coming up. Kansas City hosting Tennessee. The Chiefs the winner over the Texans in the divisional round. But even before they took the field, they got a surprise gift on Saturday night with those Titans winning in Baltimore to set up the unexpected matchup.
But sometimes a gift isn't exactly a gift, because they went from thinking they had to chase around Lamar Jackson to having to fortify themselves against Derrick Henry and the 250 pounds of man coming out and running the football. That run defense that got better as the season went on, it will get severely tested in this one.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Working from the gun, Manning. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Manning. That's caught. It's Jerry Rice. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On 3rd down, Peyton. And he will take this one in for a touchdown from 17 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Well, as they come out here to set up shop for this next drive, let's talk about the NFC Championship game coming up. San Francisco hosting Green Bay. It was the road teams winning in the wild card round, Seattle and Minnesota, but the home teams bounced back in the divisional round. 49ers beating the Vikings and the Pack beating Seattle and Lambeau, so sets up a great NFC Championship game.
And a rematch of their regular season meeting that San Francisco dominated. Don't think Green Bay has forgotten that one. They have not traveled well to the West Coast this season. Losing at the Chargers, losing at San Francisco. I think they'll play much better in this one. Aaron Rodgers burning to get back to the Super Bowl yet again.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Young on third down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball?
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners. Guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Final play of the half. Young. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 4. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On first down, Peyton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down. On second and 12, Manning. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 36 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Third and long for Young. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Yeah, Sanders now to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here is the home side to take over on offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Madden nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ronald Blair, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Back now in Miami. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Manning to throw for it on 4th. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Madden, that's complete to his running back, Peyton. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Walter Payton, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Steve Young in the offense. Down 21-14. Under a minute 20 to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Young to throw. This one complete to Coleman. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a second down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Back to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Young. Drops it off for Coleman. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Huge first down. Got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He's back to throw. It's caught by Coleman. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27.
Come on, set. 60 or.
So after the INT, it's Manning. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man, man, oh there with the hands, thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans, I do what I want, they do what they can, got it on smash, foot on the gas, I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want.
Hey folks, it's the coach here. Welcome back for another exciting matchup in Madden Ultimate Team. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. Where the columnist write, possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really...
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tano Passanio in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Shotgun now for Manning. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, Manning. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Dawson tacks on the point after. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. On play action, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Let's go.
20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Mahomes now on 1st down. Got his man. It's Williams. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Mahomes firing complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground with Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give them confidence and let them knock it through. Oh, what a play by Primetime. So electric, the ultimate home run hitter.
Now, see, you set that up really nicely for me because I got a nugget. Dion is the only person to hit a home run in Major League Baseball and score an NFL touchdown in the same week.
Oh, I like that. But remember, too, the only man to play in both the Super Bowl and the World Series.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, Mahomes looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, and that'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Bell in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Here we go.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And there at the 22-yard line. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This is caught by Williams. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. We talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On 2nd and 10, Madden. And he comes back with one complete. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. Quarterbacks love slant routes because of his...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Walter Payton, his second touchdown of the night. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 30 on second down, Mahomes. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Back now in Miami. It's the Chiefs with the football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Now Mahomes, and he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Right back to him on first down. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Manning now to throw. They set up the screen to Peyton. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Tano Passanio just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Jerry Rice, 32 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Hey, Zeus, on the ball. 44, Mike, 44. Get that quarterback, Zeus.
Manning gonna throw here. He's gonna walk one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30, 10, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well at hand.
You seem a little squeamish about it.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars.
The coach here, and welcome to this ultimate challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. Now let's hand it off to Brandon and Charles as we jump straight into the action.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Leading this crew out is their electrifying signal caller, 7-time Pro Bowler, 2-time NFL MVP. You all know him, Steve Young. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Now a first down throw for Young. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Young. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Young off the bootleg. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Come on, set. 90, roll.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Young. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with third and long. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
We got this.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
I read something prepping for this game that he talked about. That at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here's Manning to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Phillip Dorsey. Third down.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too.
What?
I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner.
I would have been at work. I ain't going to work.
This will be caught by Randy Moss. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion.
I'm just trying to do
so
as
still
many
a scoreless
challenges
game
as
in
I
the
could.
first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down.
And my cousin.
Here we go on fourth down with Manning. And a big loss here
You
as
think
he's
I'm playing? You for real? Hold on, let me see what he said. I bet I'm about to come right now.
Gears up for
The challenge can wait. I've been waiting on you, boy. Now if I get blown out, I'm turning the stream off. Crazy. Alright, I'm about to come right now. Oh, you can send it if you want. Yeah, send it. I don't know what game mode you want to. Either one. What's that? They quick? That's what you get in the Falcons? Oh, Lord. This shit, a game session is no longer available. What the fuck? Send another one. I don't know what happened. Let me close that. Nah, I ain't gonna close it.
No hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. I can never switch.
Hold on. You gotta do added shit in my party invite. I can invite him. I don't know. I'm about to send him one because I don't They keep telling me, they must know I'm about to do them something.
Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play. Yeah, I can't spend the day.
Invite two. I don't even know who to play with. I'm about to see what team he gonna get first. The session no longer available. Oh, I gotta end this. Oh.